In this video, we will give you a tour of the club-level honeymoon suite at Punta Cana, El Carmen. This is the second year in a row that we have stayed at Excellence El Carmen, overlapping with our friends Julia and Bob. This year we opted to go up a level to the Excellence Club level and snagged one of the honeymoon suites. The water closet with this frosted glass door isn't very private, but thankfully we have a second guest bathroom with a solid wooden door. The master bathroom has a very large walk-in shower with a rain shower head. We appreciated the double sinks and all the counter space. Overall, it was a very nice bathroom, except for the issue of privacy with the water closet. There is a nice walk-in closet. We probably only use half of the space in there, with a safe and tote bags for you to use to go to the beach. There's a king-size bed with 2 nightstands, and the rose petals and my husband serenading me with an air guitar was a very nice touch. Off the bedroom is a very large soaker tub. They've got windows that look out onto the patio and the private pool. I should warn you that that step got very slippery when we used it. We did bring in some bath bombs and we used the tub a couple of different times. There are shades you can lower for more privacy or for the evenings because there are pool lights and other landscaping lights if you are sensitive to light while sleeping. You'll want to lower those. One day during our 8-day trip, it was very rainy. So the sliding doors and windows were very steamy. Going outside onto the patio, you can see that there are 2 outdoor beds. One is out in the open. There's our floaty that we brought with us for the pool. And then there's one that is covered that's next to the tub. There's also a table, a round table with 2 chairs, and 2 more loungers with a small table near the pool. So it's a decent amount of seating for an adults only, all-inclusive. We also occasionally saw our neighbors in the pool to the left. And keep in mind that although we have a private pool, the rooms above can see below, so don't get too frisky in the pool, or even at night when it's lit up. Our room was at the end of the building, so it was nice not to have neighbors on both sides of us. We did not have a view of the beach from our room. We had what they call a garden view. But we did have ample sun all afternoon, while the rooms that face the beach, they generally lose the sun by about 1 p.m., at least in January they do. Since we were traveling with friends, we did host them in our room twice over the week, but we hung out a lot at their room because they actually had a view of the beach from their room. There is a hallway to get to the front door, which made our room pretty quiet. In the living room, there is a long desk with a coffee maker and extra drinks that didn't fit inside the mini fridge. The fridge is restocked daily, and you can request diet or regular Coke or whatever you like to drink. And if you are in an Excellence Club room, you can make special requests regarding the alcohol. So you can request things like the Hendrick's gin that you see here. If you're not in a club level room, then you just get whatever they give you, and you cannot swap out the bottles of alcohol. For example, last year when we were in a non-club room, I think we got Johnny Walker Red, some sort of vodka, and a rum. They are full bottles of alcohol. Another perk of the Excellence Club is receiving daily treats in the afternoon. Having said that, our friends who were staying in the Imperial Suite received much nicer treats, but we honestly would not have known that except that they're our friends. Maybe ignorance is bliss. Keep in mind that the doors between the bedroom and the living room are just slatted doors, so something to consider if you're traveling with friends. Outside the front door of our room was a very shallow decorative pool, but it provided a nice amount of space between us and the neighbors across the way, so we really didn't hear anybody. Coming inside our room, there was a guest bathroom with a solid door, as I mentioned before. It was a nice-sized powder room, but the light over the sink did constantly flash, and they couldn't fix it while we were there. Overall, it was a very nice room, and I was happy that we had sun almost all day on our pool, even if our pool was not heated like our friends in the very fancy Imperial Suite. There was also some wear and tear on the coffee table and other wooden surfaces, but I would say the room was generally very clean. Please check out our video about the dining options at Excellence El Carmen. In another video, we'll show you the public spaces of the Imperial Suite, which is located in the building just to the right over there, of ours. So that's where our friends were, and I'll show you some of the perks they receive at the highest level of room at Excellence El Carmen, including a heated pool, private bartender, and more. Until then, thanks for stopping by.